What's up, everybody? This is going to be a quick little tutorial on how to organize a disorganized sector. Right now, we're inside, well, some of us here are inside a sector that's a little bit um, disorganized and split up. We're just going to go over a couple of quick tips on how to rebuild it from scratch and get your sector running the way it should. So, the hardest part is getting good people involved. Good people who all speak the same language. You guys in the sector that we're in already have that. So half the battle, 90% of the battle is done. Most of the people in the sector, like 95% of the people in the sector, except my few buddies like my friend Juliana, whatever that guy's name is. Um, they're all, yeah, it was. They're all really cool people. So you shouldn't have a problem. The first thing that you want to do is elect your sector admins. For starters, those sector admins should be a couple of people that are um, solo players, and there should also be a couple of dynamic uh, sector admins. If a new clan comes into the sector that have proven themselves worthy and that will defend the sector for a couple of months, and you trust them, one person in that clan should be elected as a sector admin. Um, after those are set, you guys have to understand that sector admins shouldn't be just bullied out just because you don't like them or because this person's, yeah, you don't agree with this person's. The bottom line is you're always going to come across people you don't like, and there is always going to be clans that you may not agree with. But the bottom line is, in your sector, what's better to have? An enemy who's hitting everybody, or a clan or sector admin or something that can be controlled? And when I say controlled, I don't mean like a puppet. I mean they'll still abide by the rules. They'll still defend if necessary, and they're not causing trouble. So they shouldn't be just bullied out for no other reason. The second thing is you want to set your rules. Every sector needs rules, and they start out from the very basics. You're going to have thorium rules, depot rules, thieves, this and that. You don't want rules that are going to bully players. Remember, this game is supposed to be fun. People are supposed to enjoy it. You don't want to have too strict rules, but you want to have rules that are fair to everybody and that everyone in the sector agrees upon, not just a select couple of admins. The next point I wanted to bring up, create all your chats. Create the chats. You should have in a sector one chat for all sector friendlies and one chat specifically between clan leaders and sector admins. That way, if there's an issue, if there's a dispute, you can talk amongst each other, work it out, and get done. That's how you keep a united sector. And the last point I wanted to bring up is try to set up raid call. As most of you guys know who watch our shows, AA and IB together we use TeamSpeak. It's not free, but you don't have to use TeamSpeak. Use raid call. And there's going to be people in the sector that don't particularly like to talk or maybe a little bit shy. They don't want to speak. That's no problem too, because the raid call can support typing, so they can hear you at least, or they can hear the people who wish to talk, but they can still type. And there's no limit like a Facebook chat. Facebook chats are limited to how many people you can add to them. Raid call has a limit, but it's so outrageously high that everyone in the sector can be a part of it, and you won't hit the limit.
And it's free.
And it's free, just like Rocco said. Anybody else want to touch base on anything that should be needed in terms of?
I would, you know, like what's already said before, you know, the game is meant to be fun. You're going to have people in your sector that just want to play the game. They just want to build their stuff. They want to help out. They want to chat. They want to, you know, and then you're gonna have people that want to hit and do it. As long as everybody works together, you don't need to get up on people that just want to sit there and just play the game and upgrade their stuff and have a good time. You
Right.
know,
And I think people need to pick the sector admins. People who are not going to be bullies. People who are not going to want to dictate to people. People who are friendly to everybody. That's who the sector admin should be. People that
Absolutely.
will listen to everybody.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody plays the game their own way, and they enjoy it their own way, so it shouldn't be pushed on them how they have to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The rules, the sector admins should be fair. They should be impartial. They shouldn't. If you're a sector admin and you're a part of a clan or you're a clan leader or an admin, like most of us in this little chat down here, then you should. If something's brought to your attention, maybe against one of your members, you should be able to
Yeah,
step in.
it usually is.
Exactly, and you should be able to step in and resolve it peacefully, without confrontation. You want to keep your sector peaceful for the most part. I mean, some people don't like that, but for the most part, most sectors want to keep their sector peaceful. At the same time, go fight
Makes
wars
it
in other sectors.
strong home sector.
Exactly, and that's how you should do it. And as Chaos Wolf brought up, the sector admins should be agreed upon by the whole sector, everyone, not just appointed up. I'm the admin. You're all going to do what I say now. It doesn't work like that. In this particular sector, you got 8 or 9 sector admins bullying one admin or former admin because they kicked him out, they didn't like him, and the guy has 0 infamy. He's never attacked anyone, never stolen anything, just because they don't like him. Maybe something he said in chat, maybe something he acted or did. I don't know the full story. It was Chaos Wolf's friend, but there's no reason to divide up a whole sector just because you don't like somebody.
And I tell you something else I've seen while I've been there is these high levels is charging these low levels to get thorium and resources. That ain't fair. I mean, to the low
What?
level. I mean, they're having a hard time getting resources for themselves, much less thorium.
no, yeah. What he's saying is they if somebody wants to if a low level wants 2 sectors opened up, they want the low levels to open up at least the large to cover the expense of the shock missiles.
I understand that. We had that in our home sector the other day, and then Nidan went around opening lodges for all the people that were helping.
Yeah, I'm back and forth on that because it actually gets people to. I noticed that there isn't begging in the sector, and I did notice that it gets the lowers involved. They're actually
Some lowers
doing.
can't open lodges. That's why they're asking for help
That's
to
why I
begin
was just
with.
gonna say I'm on the fence on that because then now you got the real low levels that all they can open up is smalls and mediums. So
Well, I opened 270s earlier for a level 26 because they went and hit a sector target.
nice.
I can kind of understand the way they're doing it because it does actually get the lowers to do something, but some of them won't be able to, so it's kind of got to, give a little.
Yeah, it's up and down. Well, you know what? Common sense has to be used. If you see a really low level that needs help, how are you going to tell a level 22 or 23 to open you a large thorium? They can barely open up a small.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
common sense has to be used. If you want to put that in place, that's fine. But the key thing is common sense.
Yep. And again, like people were saying before, you help build up your lowers and stuff like that. Makes for a better sector.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Built up, they help with the sector.
Especially lowers that are actually hitting people.
Exactly.
Yep. And
The low-level thieves that we can't hit. You need some lower levels in there.
Yes, they're vital to any sector being solid.
Yeah.
And lower levels, if they do something good, such as in our home sector, we had a lower level, like a level 12 or 13, going to level 30 and 40 targets, not to obviously hit the base, but to help snipe tunes and hold tunes. Well, you know what? we as a sector are now going to open that person all the res and thorium they need, because stuff like that should be rewarded.
Definitely.
Do their ops. Do their ops. They get better toys.
Yep.
They can help a
And
lot
then
more.
they become better assets.
Thing about it is, you got to remember, you was a low level at one time, also.
And the other thing too is if you help those lower levels, once they get bigger and everything else, now they're going to start. They're going to see how everybody else helped them out, and they're going to be more in tune to help out the newer lower levels out.
Yep. So again, this video was primarily directed at the sector that we're in. I'm not going to say the sector number, but you know who you are. A lot of awesome people in the sector. I really hope it rebuilds and hope that everything turns around and get some of these bullies the hell out of here, or change their ways, maybe. But you can't teach an old dog new tricks, as far as I'm concerned. But all these rules apply to any sector.
And we're not there to take no sector.
Nope.
No. We're just there to help balance the power a little bit. There was some people with.
We have our own sector. We don't need another.
Yeah, really. There was some people in there bullying around, and we stepped in and we kind of stopped the bullying, and with us getting there, other people were speaking out, saying, "Hey," and that's another thing that just should never happen. Someone who speaks their mind, respectfully, of course, should never be punished for speaking their mind if it's against one of the admins.
Yeah, like threatening the residents of that sector.
Yeah, that's completely wrong.
And that's really what started this whole thing.
Yep. So if someone disagrees with you, that's fine. Take it into consideration. There's no need to bash them for it, kick them out of the group, smash their base, bomb their house. Are you kidding me?
People disagree with me all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. One of them made threats to people in real life because he couldn't do it in the game.
Yeah, that was actually towards me.
I was kind of like, wow.
Don't worry, they're all flat still. So, listen, guys. Hopefully everything works out, and hopefully some of these tips, get your sector strong the way it should be, the way every sector should be. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good luck.
Bye.
Good luck.
All right.